Hi, everyone. No change in the lineup. Obviously, we moved on from Chicago, and we're looking for a strong push.
We did see Gunther with Keller, so that just was for practice?
No, that's no change. I meant, you're right, though. There will be change in the line. Gunnar will play with Kells and Schmaltzy, JJ with Cools and Crosser, and Boehner with Aids and Yami, and we kept Curfee's line together.
When it comes to these changes, what do you want to see and what do you want to have spark?
Yeah, I try to spark something. I think Cools, Boehner, and Gunnar together, since they're back, they had highs and lows, so try to mix it a little bit and create a little spark. I think Gunnar had success before with Kells and Schmaltzy, and everybody who played with Crosser so far, knock on wood, did good. So I try to get other guy going a little.
André, what do you think's been the secret to bouncing back so well?
Well, I think just we try to stay in the present and to move on from good or bad performance. We're not as good as we would love to on that yet, but I think we're getting better, and I think we do a real good effort of staying in the present and staying focused on what we have to do, and obviously the urgency of the situation as well. If you look, don't have to tell you the standing and the time of the season and so on and so forth. So it's important for us to move on and be ready.
Sounded like you want the guys to be excited about the opportunity here. 22 games left, and you're in a playoff spot.
Exactly. That's what I said. We since the training camp, that's a position we wanted to be in, so we should be excited by the opportunity, by the situation, and as much as we need to stay focused on the present should excite us.
When you're looking to bounce back in a situation like this, what do you look for from your leadership?
I think there's different way to bring leadership, and we have different leaders. I think it can be different for each of those guys, but definitively you look for a spark. You look for the best version of themselves. You don't look for something out of their toolbox. You want something who they're good at, but they do it with an enthusiasm, with an energy, with a drive, and with a passion, and that's what can spark others.
Do you not think about things like what it would mean to your market to get in, or just your second year?
Well, we know what it means.
What?
What it would mean, and it's, we're part of the market. We're part of the people, and we want everybody in Utah to be excited, and we want success for our organization. We want to have a championship organization, and it's built one step at a time, and it's important to get the next step.
Just talked to Blaine, and obviously he spent a good amount of time here with this program. What has he meant to the Mammoth program since joining?
He's such a high IQ person. His hockey mind is unbelievable. I think he has a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience. He coached a young team here in Wash to a championship team with player with experience, with calm, different culture. So I think he brings a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of experience, and like I said, his IQ, his instinct offensively, and his relationship with the player means a ton.
Coach, Jacob Chikrin is leading NHL defensemen in goals. You were obviously the coach for the early part of his career. What can you say about his development from afar?
Yeah, he was a goal scorer back then. I think he did lead the league in goal the COVID year or something like that. So he has that touch. He can score a goal, but as well, he's a big man. He's strong physically. He's a guy who takes care of himself. So happy to see him having a lot of success.
I asked John Marino the same question in the locker room, but how do you game plan against the Capitals, because they're also in a playoff push?
Yeah, well, the game plan will stay in our locker room, but I think it's a team who won before. They have a lot of veterans who've been there, done that. It's a mature team. They're strong. They have speed this year. They're faster than they were last year. So I think like I said, they're third in the wild card race, and they're same than us. They have aspiration for themselves. So I expect a hell of a game.
What's the importance of this trip for you guys? 5 games, probably your last big trip of the year.
Yeah, it's a huge one. I just said that to the guys. I think that's it's a huge road trip, and just crossing the trade deadline, and we all know the distraction at this time of the year, and it's important for us we pass that test on the right way.
Lots of work over the last 5 years to get to a point like this where you can push in a wild card spot. What has it, required your organization and team to do to be able to be?
Well, patience, resilience, passion, no doubt about it. But I think that's what I'm looking more. It's how we react right now in the sense of, like I said, I want us to be excited by the opportunity, and we don't want to look back too much. We want to look ahead. We want to stay in the present and do what we have to do.